Okay, so you know that famous saying, that you yourself you are your own worst critic, and I myself am my own worst critic, and that everybody else, other people, that's the saying. So, your own worst critic, where you talk at yourself, and you say, oh, you're ugly, oh, you're fat, oh, you're stupid, you're not smart enough. Well, nobody likes me, or I'm all alone and I just feel whatever. All those thoughts, those repetitive thoughts, are just negative thinking. Sometimes you yourself, you need to realize, what are you doing with these negative thoughts? And look at yourself, say, who really needs to analyze me, and just, get a good example for what would be a good way for you to start thinking. So maybe with your thoughts, you need to examine yourself, do some self-help, and help motivate you and give you a different perspective. So maybe you need to read a book that'll give you a different perspective, read a movie, watch a movie, talk to your friends, help them see if they'll, have some conversations with your family, and just see what their commentary is on everything and what they think about you. So that way you can see their view of who you really are as a person. So sometimes when you try to look at yourself, you try to be safe about it. Well, I talk and I want to empower myself. Well, you get stuck and plugged into what other, get connected with your life. You're always the most competitive. Well, for yourself, you're first, you look at you work out, you eat your food, and that's a struggle that you have. It's just you struggle with yourself, and the worst for myself is my struggle. So you show, for example, well, when you're feeling hurt and depressed, and you just kind of collecting for a long time, you just feel awful, and you start working out, and you do volleyball, you do something, and then you get stuck with your work, and you just get to keep going, and keep motivated, and keep yourself up, and it's like, yeah, I can do that, I see that it's not, and I'll win, and I'm fine, and you're guilty, and you're free, 2, 3, 4 minutes of that, and then when it all comes together, now all that adds up, and before you know it, you're doing it again, and you're telling yourself with these negative thoughts, and they're just going over and over again. I myself, you're talking to yourself. You say, you're with the food and the bread. Okay, well, I'm finished with bread. Next week I am making an executive decision, and I'm done. I'm getting rid of it. I'm breaking the relationship. And Monday morning comes, and you're like, oh, you're back in it again. Like, oh, well, potatoes, no, that's fine. I'll start tomorrow. Maybe you don't want to start. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, bread. Okay, I'll just keep eating that, and the fries, and you're fine, and you eat, and you're finished, and then you think, oh, well, I'll have bread later, it's fine, and I'll start tomorrow. And then you're not eating bread in the morning, and then before you know it, you're eating bread again, and it's 2 times, and I think she's talking about it. So whatever you realize, and you're like, oh, that's something I need to work on. If you're doing it just alone, that's fine, because you yourself, this problem, for me, my New Year's resolution was managing my time better and getting better with the thoughts and the words I use to describe myself and what I do, how to empower yourself and different things to what should I do for myself that would what other people work on and how I feel. Not maybe won't work out, I'll feel now I feel stuck. And then and it's like 1 month, I just keep persisting that. I need to change that and just break away from that. Then break away from the negative feelings, and I need to change. People who lose weight and they work out. So I'll look at those people and read their stories. I'm like, wow, you did that in like 5 months or 1 year, and I want to do that. And you say, well, I can do that in 2 months and 6 months, and before you know, it's all over the place. The point is, the time is different, and it looks easy for them to make that transition. But why is it so hard for you to struggle? And I just feel like I get frustrated, and so I quit. I give up, and before I know it, I'll be reading, I'll realize I need to change and establish what I'm going to do, and like, no, I'm sorry. I need to have different motivations. So 6 months, I hope, my time for myself will improve or evolve. Problem for myself will happen on time, and I'll walk, and I'll get better with that time. I'll just keep going with it, and I'll just keep working on it. Not break away with different things and change. No, I'll stay the same, and I'll be okay, and I'll start again if I break away. And then that's the thing, the different words and the negative thoughts. You have to like break away from that with yourself and just keep. And you can't just keep hating on yourself. You just have to, tomorrow, the next day, or, your potato chips, well, maybe you do have to start tomorrow. Well, show up, and you always have, tomorrow it'll be a constant battle. So new words, I need to have a poster for myself with words like motivating words, and just have the poster with pictures on it, and the quotations, and quotation of since I do what I believe, it's easy to have the pictures of the family, so every time when I visit and they show up and they come home and they'll see and they'll realize, oh, how I feel when I work out, I'm frustrated, do a lot of pictures. And I realize the name of that'll help empower me and help me keep moving on, and what I need when I keep moving on. The point is that it'll influence me, and it'll just help with my thinking patterns. And that's the type of person I don't want to be the person that I hate. I want my house to be cold, and so 2 weeks from now I'm going to try and transition, and I'll visit or I'll watch on pumping up again